Good morning, my name is Matthew Hugo from Weather Commerce, and this is this morning's weather brief on Thursday the 20th of October. Today's weather brief will cover a summary on the West European 5-day average temperatures, the UK, Europe, Scandinavian precipitation, and finally global weather alerts. Firstly, taking a summarised look at the mean surface temperatures across Europe. And despite some model divergence with regards to the expected temperature trends between days 11 and 15, overall the majority of Europe is forecast to have temperatures either near or trending above climate averages. A similar temperature trend is also forecast between days 6 and 10, and once again the majority of the available forecast models signal temperatures to be very near or generally trending slightly above climate averages by around 1 to 3 degrees. And finally, within the short term, over the next 2 to 5 days, a distinct east and west split in temperatures is forecast to continue, with many central and eastern areas of Europe experiencing temperatures generally below climate averages, whilst many western areas of Europe have temperatures generally near or trending above climate averages. And now taking a look at the United Kingdom in some closer detail, and between days 11 and 15 as we move towards and beyond the weekend of the 29th and 30th of October, with the exception of some milder GFS deterministic runs, the majority, if not all, of the other available forecast models, including my specific temperature forecast, as represented by the solid red line, indicates temperatures to be at least 2 or 3 degrees above a climate mean of around 9 degrees Celsius. Between days 6 and 10, confidence levels are medium or perhaps even medium to high, given good model agreement and consistency that as we move through the final week of October, temperatures are likely to start at least 3 or 4 degrees above climate averages, before then dropping only slightly to around 2 or 3 degrees above a climate mean of around 9 or 10 degrees Celsius. And finally, between days 2 and 5, within the short term, temperatures, whilst initially starting around 1 or 2 degrees below climate averages, are forecast to sharply rise and become at least 2 or 3 degrees above towards and beyond the weekend of the 22nd and 23rd of October. It should be noted that as we move towards and beyond the 22nd and 23rd of October, the remainder of the forecast period has medium to high confidence for temperatures to be trending above climate averages throughout the remainder of October and into early November. And now moving on to take a look at the European temperatures in some closer detail. And despite some model divergence with regards to expected temperature trends between days 11 and 15, overall the majority of the available forecast models across most of Europe signal temperatures to be either near or trending above climate averages by at least 2 or perhaps 3 degrees Celsius. The latest France model comparison graph helps to illustrate this situation, and as you can see, as we move towards and beyond the weekend of the 29th and 30th of October, all of the available forecast models signal temperatures to be at least 2 or 3 degrees above a climate mean of around 11 degrees Celsius. There has been model agreement and consistency in recent days for this temperature trend, and as a result confidence levels are medium or perhaps even medium to high to suggest that the majority of Europe is likely to have temperatures trending slightly above average between days 11 and 15. Overall, a similar temperature trend is also forecast between days 6 and 10, and model agreement and consistency continues for previous days, and that is for most areas of Europe to again have temperatures either near or trending slightly above climate averages by around 1 to 3 degrees. Some far eastern areas of Europe, including Poland and perhaps down into Austria, may have temperatures nearer to climate averages, but overall most areas are likely to see temperatures trending slightly above climate averages. Using the latest Switzerland model comparison graph as an example, you can see that there is very good model agreement between days 6 and 10 for temperatures to be either near or trending slightly above climate averages by around 2 or perhaps even 3 degrees, particularly towards the end of the 6 to 10 day period. Again, there has been model agreement and consistency continues to be good, and as a result confidence levels are medium to high to suggest that the majority of Europe, particularly central and western areas of Europe, are likely to have temperatures trending slightly above climate averages also between days 6 and 10. And finally, within the short term, over the next 2 to 5 days, a distinct east and west split in temperatures is forecast to continue across the majority of Europe, with many central and eastern areas of Europe, including Switzerland, Germany, Austria and down into Italy, having temperatures generally trending below climate averages and perhaps even well below climate averages, whilst many western areas of Europe, including Benelux, France, the United Kingdom and Iberia, having temperatures either near or trending above climate norms. And now moving on to take a look at the expected precipitation totals across Scandinavia. And particularly within the next 7 to 10 days, most areas of Scandinavia are forecast to have precipitation totals at least 25% of normal, particularly across many areas of Sweden and also Finland. However, in contrast, many western areas of Norway, is forecast to have precipitation totals generally near or perhaps even trending slightly above climate norms. Within the longer term, as we move towards the end of October and into the early part of November, with the exception of Norway and perhaps even some southern areas of Sweden, where precipitation totals may be nearer to climate averages, most other areas of Scandinavia are likely to have precipitation totals trending below climate norms. We're now taking a look at global weather alerts which highlight significant deviations from normal. And particularly over the next 7 to 10 days, many central and also some southeastern areas of Australia is forecast to have temperatures at least 6 or perhaps even 8 degrees above climate averages, which is well above climate norms for the time of year. Mean surface temperatures may well be at least 25 to 35 degrees Celsius within the next 7 days. The trend from last week continues well into this week as well, and that is for many central and northern regions of China to continue to have temperatures trending well above climate averages for the time of year. Despite mean surface temperatures only ranging between 0 and 10 degrees across some central and northern regions, these temperatures are at least 4 to 8 degrees above climate norms for the middle and latter half of October. And finally, particularly over the next 7 to 10 days, precipitation totals across many central and also southern areas of Brazil, particularly in and around the Rio Grande do Sul, are forecast to be well below climate averages, with most areas experiencing less than 25% of normal precipitation totals. Further, generally below average precipitation is also forecast to continue into the opening few days of November. Thank you for listening to today's weather brief. Goodbye.